So do you know that wheels is not the only way to propel a vehicle? Hello ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? Welcome back to another Arma Reforger video. So I'm Task Force Gaming and we've got some information for you today. Tanks, tracked vehicles, maybe, DLSS, screen tearing fix for the PlayStation, Periscopes information, more stuff about 1.3, mortar strikes, all that sort of stuff in this ambush edition of Arma Reforger. This is RFI number 6. We had the 1.3 experimental update all the way back in December, so I think this was the one. And then since then we've had a load of tutorials, hot fixes, updates, the supposed DDoS or whatever was going on then probably put everything back a bit. We've got the back-end servers down, so literally no one's been able to upload or fix a mod since like the 6th of February. I do have this though. So this is out of the Arma Reforger Discord. That's one of the devs there. The experimental workshop should be up again. The one for the main game will likely require an update, which we are currently aiming for the second half of next week. So hopefully that is going to get the servers back up and running. But yeah, as for now, loads of questions being thrown at the developers, and we're going to just comb through it and pick the important ones and talk about it.
So what can you tell us about Cold Wave?
With Cold we decided to go for something more unique compared to the rest of the game. So it's focused on heavy industry, the island, and there's a lot of mining there. And most excitingly, we also have Cold Wave set in autumn.
Right, so they've got Cold Wave there, which is the new map coming out. And we had that in the dev update last year, end of November or something. So Cold Wave is one of the original Operation Flashpoint maps, and it's an island in Tenerife that it's based on, so it's going to be in autumn as well, so we're going to get this sort of look here.
What can you expect persistent loadouts in Reforger, and are we ever going to be able to create them in the menu before the match starts?
I'm not sure about making them in the menu, but as far as I know, that the persistent loadouts are something that is being worked on.
Right, so obviously now if you play the modded servers, when mods come, this won't matter so much, but persistent loadout is saving your loadout before you get into game. So he's mentioned that you won't be able to do it on the main menu or anything like that because it depends what server's running what, obviously.
Are we ever gonna get dead zone adjustments in Reforger?
That one is a bit more tricky to do than we expected, but we know it's an issue, we acknowledge it's an issue, and we shall see.
Alright, so dead zones, everyone knows is an issue right now, and it's just we will see, so we'll see what they say about that.
User interface in the game. When are we getting more emotes than just a salute?
Basically, they were there for a bit of time. On one experimental, we accidentally put more emotes in, and then we had to remove them because they were not functioning as we were expecting.
I don't know if I actually got that, but on experimental they accidentally added more emotes than they should, but they were broken. I'm not sure if I actually got that in one of my videos, but if you do want emotes and you're playing on modded, if you download Bon animations, then you can literally do loads of different emotes. There's even like briefing emotes where it looks like the guy's talking, so won't worry about it base game too much. Alright, so this dude's about to ask the question, Hotas on Arma Reforger, be able to use joysticks and shit to fly.
Burning question. We get it often. Are you even working on Hotas implementation?
Oh, Hotas. Well, Zguba first have to do some... I will have to do...
Okay, so very funny. He asked the question and then they just pretty much mute what he's saying. Anyway, lol. But if you actually go on the internet, there is multiple joystick support and videos on how to actually get the Hotas working. This is one of the more popular ones. This guy makes YouTube shorts as well. Okay, and he's got the screen on the left there and the Hotas on the right. So it is actually possible already. But, you know, official Hotas support would be amazing.
Working periscopes for the armored vehicle.
Okay, working periscopes on 1.3. There is no periscopes in the LAV25 or the BRDM or anything like that yet. And you just have to listen to what he says because this guy also works on RHS.
Is that coming? Are you working on it? What's the issue?
Which already has it.
It's a fun feature that we'll definitely be working on it.
That's what you can see there. That's our 1.3.
We are facing some challenges, but it's definitely something that we will be delivering at some point.
What's taking you? Like, RHS already made it. What's so difficult? Well, I know that RHS already made it because I'm also part of RHS,
There you go.
but we have to take into consideration like performance and other possible.
Yeah, so whereas with RHS and it's a mod, you can sort of just sling a mod together, upload it, and get people to test it, fix it as you sort of go. It's a lot longer process with the official game. That it is coming, they are working on it, it has been confirmed.
When are you fixing the screen tearing on PlayStation 5? I personally am fixing the screen tearing on PlayStation 5 in an upcoming major update, which is coming quite soon.
Right, okay, so a major update which is coming quite soon has to be 1.3. So if you're on PS5 and you're getting screen tearing issues, that could be very soon. Who knows? Next week, maybe next Thursday might be an update. All right, we've got the executive producer Natalia here, and you're gonna want to listen to this bit.
What's your favorite feature that the team is working on that hasn't been announced yet?
I would never tell you anything like this, because we want to keep surprise for the players. But completely unrelated, do you know that wheels is not the only way to propel a vehicle?
So do you know that wheels is not the only way to propel a vehicle? So unless they're adding snowmobiles or NASA rocket thrusters, I probably think that they're on about tank tracks. What do you reckon? Are we going to see tank tracks in Arma Reforger? I've always said I think so, because they're going to need to test it out for Arma 4 anyway, which is what this game is, a test bench for Arma 4. So 100% tanks coming.
And also, I heard that it was a bit too easy for snipers to snipe, so...
Do you think it's tank tracks? Put in the comments below. And easy for snipers to snipe. Bullet drop? Is that going to be more of a thing? It's already a thing. Or I think, personally, maybe scope glint. So if you're using a high-powered scope, I'm thinking maybe it's going to give away your position a little bit.
We're gonna make it harder for you.
There you go.
Hello, Zaza.
Hi.
Right, this is the Arma 4 project lead. Arma 4 has actually been in development since Reforger came out. So they've always had someone doing stuff to it.
So we're getting elimination scenario in 1.3. Can we expect any more single-player content in the future?
In 1.3, there is an actual single-player scenario that Bohemia have done themselves. And it is this. It is on experimental right now, but it is in 1.3. This will be coming out for everyone to play in the next major update. A single-player scenario, but there's multiple ways to complete it. And it's got actual voice lines in, and it's a proper mission. So will there be more of that coming in the future?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes,
much?
it will.
Hello, thank you for bothering me.
Here's
again.
Max to ban. Thank you for bothering me again.
So, can we ever expect grass to render beyond 300 meters or to have people hidden at distance?
Right, so this is a
so
problem.
It is actually a big issue.
Because the grass all in that field is rendered, and it's supposed to look like that over there. The same in Arma 3, Arma 2. If you wanted to see further, you could literally see if anyone's hiding in the bushes or the long grass by just turning your graphics on low, basically, and that's how you could get away with sniping people.
which we are aware of, but we don't want to have a simple solution as Arma 3 had, which was basically just a fake polygon which was covering the objects. There is no simple solution that we could apply, so yet it is unknown how we're gonna solve it.
We currently have FSR 1.0. Can we expect getting...
Right, so he's about to ask now whether we're going to get DLSS and things like that, or a better version of FSR.
something better like FSR 3.1 or DLSS, PSSR for PlayStation, anything similar?
We are evaluating the upgrade of FSR, but all of those methods are not our target at this moment. We are improving the rendering to be as realistic and physically correct as possible before we even consider adding any additional...
So they know that everyone's been asking for DLSS, FSR, better version, things like that. They're just working on their own optimization and things before they're going to be adding that in.
First-person servers. Can we expect them?
Eventually, yes. I wish to have them. I know many people want to have this more extreme, more realistic game.
Right, so people asking for first-person servers. I know this because when running the DayZ servers and that, we do it first-person only, really, because the third person in a PvP situation is, you know, looking around the corner, and essentially it's like cheating. First-person only, it just takes away the ability to you know, pre-look where people are, over walls, in buildings, through windows, whatever. But as he's pointing out here, no mirrors in vehicles, so you can't see where you're reversing if you're in a van or something like that, so they will need to add that first.
Hey, so now that I see you play on official server as FIA, can we expect that in the future for other players as well?
No comment.
Right, he said no comment there. He is literally playing as FIA on Conflict. Not only US and Russia, we're going to be getting FIA to play as well.
Suppression. Are we getting any?
Hopefully not. Oh.
Hopefully not, because
Hopefully not. Oh.
hopefully not, because we don't want the character to be afraid of getting killed. We want you to be afraid of that and think about what you're doing in game and how you approach dangerous places.
So remember Battlefield 4, it had suppression, and when you was getting shot at, everything went blurry and crazy, and it did actually make it quite hard to fire back, but it did sort of give you that fear of, oh my god, like I'm being shot at. I feel like Arma does a good enough job of that anyway, with tracers and the way the bullets crack or an RPG whistles past you. I think that is more than good enough. I don't think we need suppression, but if you do want it, there is also a mod for it. That's the great thing about Arma. If you want it, it's probably there.
So why isn't Arma Reforger getting a Steam Workshop anymore?
It's just not worth the work. The backend workshop that we have already, it covers all 3 platforms. When
So Arma Reforger's not getting a Steam Workshop. I don't think it needs one. It's got a good enough one as it is. If it did get a Steam Workshop, you would probably end up with lots of mods like that's on Arma 3, Star Wars and Warhammer and things like that, stuff that, you know, have been removed from Reforger. You could maybe do that, but obviously he's saying there's no need for a Steam Workshop now. That'd probably be my only benefit of getting a Steam Workshop. They're asking everyone what their favourite stuff is. If you look at here, look in 1.3, you've got actual mortar strikes that you can put down as a GM or whatever and just absolutely decimate an area, and then those buildings will fall down as well.
You can open GM editor and you can bombard
And
the
look,
whole
there's
city.
smoke cover as
nice
well.
Also for audio, so we can stress test.
So sick.
I saw the iterations of it from being extremely basic to
I had a couple of guys that actually did use the mortar in the army. 2 or 3 of them comment and saying that is as realistic as it gets, to be honest. So
the
You've done a
beautiful
real good job on
complex
it.
thing we have now, and the havoc you can wreak is just amazing.
So there you go, boys and girls. That is everything on Arma Reforger there. That is basically the devs, the lead projects, the designers, everyone making their comments. They couldn't answer a few questions, but what we got out of that was fixing screen time for PlayStation. Hotas is coming. Tanks, or tracked vehicles will be coming. No mention of planes. We'll have to get that question out there to see if they're going to add some sort of planes addition to there. I think they will. Yeah, new map. We've got mortars and everything coming in 1.3, so hopefully we're looking at maybe next week for that, and I'll be doing a video. If not, you can go and watch my video, and that's me actually using the mortars, the helicopters, the destructible buildings and everything like that. But yeah, guys, that's just an update and touching on some of the parts that were important and hopefully help explain it. All right, there you go. Leave your comments below. Are we getting tanks or snowmobiles? See you next one. Like and subscribe. Peace.